Which of the following could explain a fall in operating cash flow? Good job. Your answer, increased inventory, works well here. The process of buying asset in business operations is called dash. Strong choice. Investing activities is the right answer. Some of the functions of a qualified accounting role are, except. Well reasoned. Support alignment is the correct choice. Which of the following liquidity ratios is a sign of ill health? Solid response. Quick ratio is 0.90 is a valid choice. The following are not characteristics of tangible fixed assets. Well done. Intended for resale is the right choice. What type of partnership has partners with unlimited liability? Sharp thinking. All correct is the right choice. The process of associating numerical accounts with the elements. Exactly. Measurement makes sense and it is right choice. What is the enticement to do something that benefits the donor? Perfect. Donated assets is the correct choice. Non-current assets held for sale are presented as a group dash. Correct response. Current assets is the most accurate answer. What is an acquisition of a group of assets for a single sum? Excellent choice. Lump sum is the right answer. What is the inclusion of only the incremental overhead costs? Correct. Overhead allocation is the right answer. The following are not included in the COGS calculation. Dash. Right choice. Freight out is the best answer. The following are included in the cost of inventory, except. Smart pick. Storage fees is the correct choice. Unearned income is recorded in the financial statements, i.e. Good thinking. Financial position report is the right answer. Land held for sale in the SOF falls into the category dash. Nice work. You chose non-current assets, and it is correct. Adjustments for unpaid expenses fall into the category dash. Nicely done. Accrued expense is a solid answer. Land acquired and held for speculation is classified as an. You chose investment, and it is correct. What types of partnerships have limited liability partners? Smart move. Limited partnership is an accurate answer. Which are the assumptions in the SAC conceptual framework? On track. Accrual is the correct answer. Sales returns for perpetual inventory ownership depends on. You got it? Your choice reduction of purchases is right. It is the oldest and simplest form of business ownership. You're right. None of the choices is the correct answer. The main objectives of making financial reports include great thinking. Provides information for users is the right choice. Goods on consignment for inventory ownership depends on. Bravo. Consignor is the answer. The following is an account with a normal debit balance. Excellent. Assets and liabilities is a brilliant choice. What is capitalized and then allocated as depreciation? Nice selection. Interest capitalization is the correct and valid answer.
Which of the following is not subject to amortization?
Well picked. Goodwill is the correct answer. Lease term can be measured with the following, except. Great job. None of the above is the accurate answer. The accounting standard setting body in Indonesia is. Right again. DSAC is a valid answer.
Maximum number of shares a company may legally issue.
Clear logic. Your choice authorized shares is sound and 100% true. Which of the following items is not counted as cash? Valid point. All correct is true. International accounting standard setting bodies are. Sharp thinking. ISB is the right choice.
The following are not types of current debt, namely.
Solid response. Bond debt is a valid choice. Which of the following refers to intangible assets? Well picked. All correct is the correct answer. Sales will be reported in the financial report dash. Smart move. Income statement is an accurate answer. Includes depreciation expense and bad debt expense. Bravo. Estimates is the answer. Current liabilities are recorded at dash amount. Nice selection. Face is the correct and valid answer.
The basic quality in financial reporting is dash.
Smart pick. Relevant and honest presentation is the correct choice. How many financial reports must a company make? You're right. 5 is the correct answer. The principal classification of liabilities are correct, current, and non-current is the right answer. Placed on the face of the financial statements. Well reasoned. Parenthetical comments is the correct choice. What type of dividend does not reduce equity? Excellent. Share dividends is a brilliant choice. Which is not a criterion for measuring value? Good job. Your answer lowest value works well here. What is maintaining given level of benefits? Nicely done. Expensing is a solid answer. Globally recognized accounting standards are. Valid point. IFRS is true. How many methods are there to measure value? Exactly. 4 makes sense and it is right choice. It is a business owned by its stockholders. Nice work. You chose corporation, and it is correct. It is known to be the language of business. Excellent choice. Accounting is the right answer. Shares application and allotment AXISA. You chose personal, and it is correct. The basic accounting equation formula is clear logic. Your choice assets equal to liabilities plus equity is sound and 100% true. Journal entries, transactions recorded. Strong choice, 24/7 is the right answer. Prepaid expenses are included in dash. Correct response. Liquid assets is the most accurate answer. Long-term investments include dash. Well done. Non-current assets is the right choice. Journal entries adjusting recorded. Perfect. Monthly is the correct choice. What is the lifetime of a patent? Good thinking. 20 years is the right answer. Stockholders is also known as. Great thinking. Shareholders is the right choice.
Convey additional insights.
Great job. Disclosure notes is the accurate answer. Which is a debt security? On track. Sign commercial bank debentures is the correct answer. Current liabilities are. Right again. Current liabilities is a valid answer. Retained earnings equal to. You got it. Your choice net income dividends is right. Debt is. Right choice. Liabilities is the best answer. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format. Or
On track. Contact Narayan Changda is the correct answer.